What's up? What's happening with y'all guys, man? It is Nas Lee 27 in the building, and we back here with another video. And Kyrie Irving's in the news again, guys. Like, this dude just can't stay out of the news for some reason without being basketball. And we're gonna talk about why he's on the news again and stuff like that. Why Kareem is involved with this news too. But if you like this video, man, like, comment, subscribe for more videos like this, and join the squad, bro. Like, it'd be very appreciated for y'all do all that. Very appreciated. But without further ado, let's get right on to the video. Alright, so I was on Twitter yesterday, just going through my feed, just seeing some sports news, seeing some funny videos, funny memes, or stuff like that. Just laughing my ass off throughout the whole time. Then I came across a tweet made by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar himself. You guys see on the tweet, it's basically about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar just being mad that like Kyrie Irving just like not being a great role model to the young kids for like what he's doing in the past and like some of the decisions that Kyrie Irving made in the past too. But Kareem just caught some strays too for saying this alone and stuff like that. And I just see with this comment right here, to which I see what she's saying, what she says, but like Kyrie has done some stuff to himself to where like people actually do question his dedication to the game, like him not taking the vaccine and stuff like that, and him taking time off to where people in the organization, including the front office, didn't know that he was taking time off and stuff like that. And plus, he's injury prone too at the end of the day. So yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, he does get a little bit more like in the news for like think he's a criminal, but like he does kind of do stuff to himself to where like the question is like kind of fair to ask for him. One thing I do say is that I don't like the photo they use for this post either. So like I ain't gonna lie, I disagree with Kareem on using the photo for this one right here, because that's not really a good representation of making him look like a bad light. But there are also people from Twitter. They know how Twitter does. They like to make like extreme comments. They even show up a video of him, Kareem, knocking out a guy back then, which was basically the old NBA back then, where they were like way more physical than they should be. But then he basically just knocked the guy out, and apparently it was just like that bad of a thing. But like, Twitch, I agree, he shouldn't do it, but as you clearly see though, in this replay right here, he did clearly get elbowed in the stomach for no reason. So I can't see why he retaliated on that. But the point is, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar made some comments about Kyrie Irving and stuff like that, and just looking at that post alone, yeah, people will get mad about that. But like me, like not wanting to jump into conclusions too early and stuff like that, I seen that there was actually an article that he wrote on a website that he made for himself and stuff like that. So I took the liberty to actually go read the article, and this is the article right here. And if you actually want to read the article, man, I'll link the article in the description below and stuff like that, and probably in the comment section. But like, the article was basically about how Kyrie Irving a few weeks ago had posted this Alex Jones clip right here, to where like it was about the New World Order and stuff like that. Basically, Alex Jones just said how it played the government and stuff like that, and just how the government is just covering up stuff. But before I actually talk more about like the actual article that Kareem said, I want to give you more like background of who Alex Jones is, if people don't know who he is. Alex Jones, he's a guy that like, well, it's basically one more politician type of guys that talks about a lot of stuff, basically about conspiracy theories and about what the government is doing to make the Americans like bad, stuff like that. He made comments about 9/11 to where he basically was saying that 9/11 was a conspiracy because the government had knew about this and stuff like that. And if you want to read that article, you go look it up more about that. He also made comments about the Sandy Hook tragedy, where he basically said the Sandy Hook tragedy was most likely a hoax and stuff like that to control gun laws and stuff like that, and abolish the gun laws and stuff like that. And for people's information, want to know when that video was made that Kyrie posted on his Instagram story, it was made in 2002. So basically, it's just a whole background, like what Alex Jones is and what he's done and stuff like that. If you actually want to read more things and know about what he's done in the past, stuff like that, to where people actually don't like him and why he's so received poorly by everybody that knows about him, I got a screenshot right here, and I put the link in the description for like if you want to read about that too. But right back to the article though, and I did read the full article before I actually want to discuss this. But yeah, it is basically about Kyrie and how he hasn't been that role model that like you would want to be for the young children looking up to athletes. All about how like his reputation has basically ruined the whole black community and stuff like that too. It's basically Kareem saying that Kyrie should do more to actually help the black community instead of like actually tearing it down by making like some comments that are off the wall and making tweets that basically like have his own opinion. To which y'all know Kyrie Irving, y'all seen some of the stuff he says. He's one of those deep thinkers to where like he thinks in his own mind and stuff like that, and thinks that like outside the box, like what people normally would like hate for people to say and stuff like that. To which honestly, he has the right to his own opinion, and I would not like to judge like what he says honestly, because that's his opinion. I am not the one to judge about it. He also made some remarks too at the end of the article, basically him saying that some of the sponsorships that Curry still has, that like Pepsi and 2K, that those sponsors should actually remove Kyrie from those sponsorships, those deals, because of like what he says to the community, stuff like that, to where that Kyrie also hurting like himself for making these comments, and so it's sensitive to where like he shouldn't be promoted for nothing for them, stuff like that. And this leads to like my opinions of, like on the whole article that I read from Kareem. And I gotta say, I actually agree with like basically like most of what Kareem is saying in this article, honestly. Because honestly, like you would think that like you would want like especially the black athletes to like speak up for the black community and stuff like that, and to like not like influence like young children, like all the stuff that you say and stuff like that. But like it's just something that you wouldn't want to do. Plus, with that whole Ella Jones situation thing too that he posted, like, to you that's drawing the line for Kyrie, because like people know that like Ella Jones is not a good person at all. Honestly, just put it nicely. But like I say to like most people, just everybody's not the same. Everybody's not wired like that, man. Like I understand you like bashing Kyrie for like what you stand up for, but like. You even say to yourself, bro, Kyrie's not going to change like what he is, stuff like that, and what he does. So like, honestly, you're basically saying what most people would say. But I do like you calling him out for that whole Alex Jones thing, because that is kind of insensitive to like for all the stuff that happened in America that was just complete tragedies. And Alex Jones is an example of like him discrediting like what actually happened to like for him to gain more fame off of that. Now, when it comes to Kyrie Irving himself, it's basically the whole classic case of, can you separate somebody's personal life from someone's actual career and stuff like that? Basically, can you ignore like what he said in the past, like him saying the earth is flat, the whole Alex Jones thing, the whole like him not want to get vaccinated, stuff like that? Can you ignore that and like still appreciate him as an actual professional basketball player? And to which Kyrie Irving is actually one of the better basketball players in the league. Considered top 5 point guard in the league, honestly. Now, I do get the sentiment that like, it's his opinion, it's his choice. Like, he shouldn't be like criticized for like what he does and stuff like that and what he says, because he is his own man. To which I actually do agree with, honestly, because like, especially like when it comes to like ridiculous opinions I've been hearing, like most times I ignore it, because like, bro, it's their opinion, it's what they believe in. So there's no point in me trying to change their mind, because they have some type of change of heart in the future and stuff like that. But it's what they believe in. I ain't someone to go criticize what they believe in. But people do gotta realize that what he says and what he does, especially in the public eyes and stuff like that, is gonna affect him like on the court and what he's trying to do. Like for instance, like, dude, the Nets try to trade. We're thinking about trading him, honestly, because like he's been canceling for the whole locker room for basically the past year that he's been on the roster for the Brooklyn Nets. And if you just forget about like what he done, like the whole Alex Jones thing, him saying the earth is flat, and the whole him not taking the vaccines, which that did affect the whole team for that. Honestly, it did affect the team for that. He would also like not show up for games, stuff like that. He'll take like vacations and stuff. Well, I want to say vacations, but like he'll take personal time off, and he will not tell the whole organization that he want to take personal time off. Like, and then of course like he'll say it on the lines of like that Steve Nash, they don't really need Steve Nash as the coach and stuff like that. Basically just discrediting like them having the head coach and stuff like that, all that type of stuff. And thinking that him and KD can just do what they want, and think that where their decisions are, think they can win the title off of that alone. And then when you consider that and add the fact that all the other stuff he would say and do like off the things, and I know he's done some great things for the fans too, like doing like whole donations and stuff like that. But like all of the bad stuff he's done, including like what he did, especially the past season, is why he probably won't get a max contract for the Brooklyn Nets, because he don't play that much as it is, because if it ain't him doing something outside the organization, he's injury prone. If you want to keep it a buck, he's been injury prone his whole career. And then pull off separate topic on the whole vaccine thing, which he was unwilling to do the vaccine. That was just something of him making a sacrifice for the whole team, to where everybody should take the vaccine, because you know that, especially back when New York said that nobody will play in New York if they don't get the vaccine, stuff like that, because they want to be safe. He chose not to do the vaccine and just not play, because that was his choice. And I respect his choice for not taking the vaccine, because I believe that you can't make someone do something they don't want to do. But at the same time, though, like, the doctors did this to help y'all be safe and stuff like that, and everybody was willing to sacrifice for one goal to win a championship, and he didn't want to sacrifice for the whole team, so he wanted to be a loner, to which he got some consequences for that, honestly. And honestly, I don't think Kyrie is actually a bad guy, honestly. I mean, that whole Alex Jones thing basically switched my whole perspective of him, honestly, because of that. Okay, we know how evil a person Alex Jones is, but overall, I don't think he's a bad guy. It's just what he does, especially off the court, to where it's gonna give him more of a bad reputation than what it should be, honestly. And Twitch, some of the stuff he get criticized for is fair criticism, but like, he's gonna get the bad stigma because of what he says off the court and him being that thinker that he thinks he is, and it's gonna be bad for what he does. And ultimately now, it's catching up to him, because now he might not get a max contract, and his value is so low to where like he might not get signed on a team for him, because like people think he's a cancer in the locker room now. So, and to be honest, like, let's be glad that Kyrie Irving ain't as bad of a person that Antonio Brown is, honestly, because if y'all seen what he recently did with that pool video, then yeah, it's just a long line of things that he's done in the past where like I think Antonio Brown is probably a bad person for real. Just look at what he did back in college and how he got suspended, like, bro, if you want to be committed a buck. But all in all, I don't think Kyrie is like that bad of a person. Just what he says is always gonna get him in trouble, and he's always gonna get that stigma for that. So that's just my opinions on that whole situation. But that's gonna do it for me, man. I appreciate y'all watching the video. Honestly, I actually wasn't gonna do this video, but since Kareem had mentioned about it and he caught stories for it, I actually wanted to see what he actually said, and I ain't gonna lie, it's mixed feelings for most people, but it's something that like you should give it a read, folks. If you actually want to read the article, I have the article link in the description and also in the comment section. But this is Nas Lee 27 in the building, about to sign out, and I'll catch you on the next video, and y'all have a great day.